Hi everybody, it is Thursday the 3rd of November and I think it was yesterday the patch notes for PUBG update 20.2 dropped, so let's go through them. Now forgive me, I have a nice cup of coffee that I'll be sipping on as we read these notes. There's not that much in this one, but I thought there was a couple of interesting things, so it's worth bringing it to your attention. I'll put a link in the description below the video so you can go through to the patch notes and watch the video. So first off, when is this going to go live? Well, it's on the public test server now, and then it's going to be going live on PC public servers from November the 8th to November the 9th, and on consoles, so PlayStation, Xbox, from November the 16th to November the 17th, depending on your time zone. Here we go. So, Destin will be coming back to the normal match pool for this update. So, normal matches in NA, EU, etc. Normal match will be Erangel, Miramar, Tago, Carrigan, and Destin. Actually, no, sorry, on console it will be Erangel, Miramar, Tago, Carrigan, and Destin. Okay, cool. Gameplay. Vehicle spawn balance in normal matches. Vehicle spawns have been adjusted in Erangel and Miramar for normal matches. UAZ increased by 20%. Dacia increased by 26, Aquarail decreased by 22, Buggy decreased by 11, Boat decreased by approximately 23%. Miramar, more pickups and more Mirados. Based on player feedback on vehicle spawns in large maps like Erangel and Miramar, we've increased the spawn rates relatively hard to find. Yeah, I mean, the thing I would say, PUBG devs, if you listen, is that what's really important is to have vehicles around the edges of the maps, so that if you land there, especially on Miramar, you know you don't get trapped by the blue. Vehicle skin. Remove the special effect when equipping basic vehicle skins. Pressing the limited interaction key will immediately equip basic vehicle skins. Yeah, I understand there was a delay, wasn't there? I mean, you could kind of get shot as you were trying to apply your vehicle skin. I mean, it should really be a preset, shouldn't it, before you go into the game? You shouldn't be able to apply it to a vehicle when you go in. The special effect for special vehicle skins will still apply. PC radio messages. The key binding option for inventory related radio messages has been added to settings. Folded shield. So this thing here. Several improvements have been made to the folded shield based on our players' feedback. So it's lighter. Will explode if hit at a speed above 10 kilometers an hour. Will get destroyed. So it's will get destroyed at this damage. So. Okay, so it's more susceptible to grenades. More susceptible. Will get destroyed at this damage. No, sorry, it's stronger against grenades and stronger against weapons. It's faster to put up, and you can reuse it. You can cancel installation, and you can see how worn it is. Interesting. Multi-care packages. So on Tago, where you get those amazing care packages, you know, with all the little ones around them, basically they've reduced that number. So your squad can't be completely kitted out with one care package. The food truck has less health. You can now attach the canted sight to the O12. The footstep sound as soon as you stop running sprinting has been slightly decreased. Now this is what I thought was really interesting. Normal matchmaking system. The devs are saying they've improved the matchmaking system for normal matches to have it work better based on the player's MMR. So MMR is your ranking. It's kind of behind the scenes normally. Sometimes it's in public, where the game, you know, judges, you know, your KD ratio, how long you last in games, do you get the top 10, lots of different things to put you in matchmaking. And they go on to say matchmaking that used to be based on your pre-made party's average MMR will now be based on your party's highest MMR. So when you're playing squads or duos, the person who has the highest MMR, that's what the game will look at and go, okay, so let's say this guy's, let's say 100 is high rank. This guy's 100, his teammates might only be 50, but he's 100, so let's match this squad up with other squads that have the highest person round about 100. Each player's match placement will now be based on individual placement, not the team's. So this is how your MMR will change. So again, if you get killed early, you know, if your team wins, your rank won't go up. Other factors of the matchmaking system have been polished as well, he says, dropping coffee onto him. And the devs say, we've thought about how we could improve gameplay in normal matches, so we decided it was time to overhaul the whole matchmaking system. The current matchmaking system is designed as matchmaking in ranked, based on the team's average MMR, but we noticed through players' feedback and gameplay that players were more in need of a casual environment where you can test new things out and experience more kills. This updated matchmaking system for normal matches will preserve current squad play mechanics while focusing on individual stats rather than a team as a whole. We will of course continue to monitor your opinions actively after this update and work on improving the matchmaking system moving forward. Does that contradict what they said up here? Improving the matchmaking that used to be based on your pre-made party's MMR will now be based on your party's highest MMR. But then they go on to say that it's individually based. Oh, right, okay. We've thought about how we could improve gameplay in normal matches. The current matchmaking is designed as matchmaking in ranked, based on the team's average, but we noticed through players' feedback that players were more in need of a casual environment where you can test new things out and experience more kills. So they're saying players want a more casual experience, but your squad is going to be ranked based on the highest skilled person in your squad. I'm not sure if those two things go together or not. Maybe this is kind of lost in translation or something like that. To be honest, MMR and skill-based matchmaking, it's a big topic at the moment, isn't it? It's whenever a new Call of Duty comes around, the idea of skill-based matchmaking comes in. I have no problem with skill-based matchmaking in games that have a very high population. So you've got a big enough pool to choose, say, okay, these players are below average, these are average, these are above average, and you put them together. I've got no problem with that. The problem you have, I think, with skill-based matchmaking is if that then affects your gameplay experience by putting you in lobbies that have higher ping or more lag. And that can then be an issue. So the game puts you in, for example, an easier lobby, but that easier lobby is based, say I'm in the UK, but say the easier lobby is based in Germany, so I have higher ping, and so I lose gunfights that way. That can be the problem. I think Vonderhaar, the head of the Treyarch studio for Call of Duty, said, ping should be king. And I think that should always be the case. Ping should definitely be king, gameplay experience. But however, you do want to protect new players, I think. But it's going to be interesting. I guess we'll have to see, won't we? There's a Neymar Jr. football collaboration. Nice. Very good. Collaborative objects such as billboards, building decorations, soccer balls, and care packages with Neymar Jr. have been added to the map. Basic training, improved UI, different lobby design, sets, new skins. They're quite cool, aren't they, I guess? Performance improvements, various bug fixes, and that's it really. So not massive ones in this patch update, but then again, you don't always know what's gone on behind the scenes that they don't tell you about, do you? So there we go. Again, I'll put a link to the patch notes in the description below this video. If I say this every PUBG patch note video I do. If I had more time, I would play more PUBG. I love PUBG, but with working full time and creating a lot of COD content at the moment, creating a lot of DayZ content all the time, it's the one game that I have to put on the back burner. And I really, if I could go full time, I would dedicate at least probably an hour a day playing PUBG. My thing was always, when I used to play PUBG a lot, and I would get a bit peeved with it, because you do, don't you? You get a bit burnt out. I would always be, look, I think when you're playing PUBG, you've got to think about it in terms of a session. And I think the shortest session you should have playing PUBG is 3 games, 3 matches. If you play less than that, you're not giving yourself a chance to warm up, and you're not giving yourself a chance with the PUBG gods. The randomness of the game. So I think 3 games. If 3 games of PUBG a day, keeps the doctor away. I tell you what, if I ever get a chance to go full time, I'm definitely going to commit to that. Anyway, that's enough of my rambling. Thank you very much for watching. If you found the video useful, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.